Good afternoon. It's very exciting to be here today to be able to interview you.
My name is Jill Broussard. I am the Pinal County School Superintendent. I went to ASU, got my bachelor's there, and also got my master's at NAU, and I'm back at NAU working, just beginning towards my doctorate.
Oh, wow. Well, congratulations on that.
Thank you.
So, a lot of times when we talk to people and us ourselves, we don't exactly know what we want to be when you're younger, or it may change as you grow older. So what did you want to be when you were 17?
So I'm going to preface this by saying when I was young, thank goodness my ideas of what success looked like for me, I wanted to be a trash collector, which I know can be a very good job, but really all I wanted to do was ride on the back of the trash truck. That was why I was so excited about that. But by the time I was 17, I either wanted to be a dentist or a teacher.
Oh, okay. So what made you want to run for public office?
Well, I got some encouragement from others in my community to run for county school superintendent. I wasn't even really aware of what the superintendent's responsibilities were for the county because there weren't county school superintendents in Ohio. So it was something I had to look into, and when I saw that obviously education is very important to me. I was a classroom teacher and I have my own kids at home, so I wanted to be able to affect education on a large scale, and I thought the county school superintendent was a great way to do that because we provide professional development and other support services for the districts in the county.
Awesome. And you went into a few of your responsibilities, but what else does that include on a day-to-day basis?
It's a wide array of responsibilities. Statutorily, the county school superintendent is responsible for the juvenile detention facility, the education there, as well as the education at the jail and GED, and teaching any youth that are remanded as adults or young adults who have IEPs. That's a special education plan. Also, we make board appointments for governing boards when there's a vacancy and it's a non-election year. We handle the professional development for teachers and staff in the districts across the county. We handle filing of homeschool affidavits and elections for bond overrides, school board elections. We also have an accommodation district that was traditionally an unincorporated area, that was outside of any other school district boundaries. And that area would traditionally swell with migrant workers, and they bring their children and we would have to educate them. So the county superintendents have accommodation districts to accommodate that. We have an elementary school in our accommodation district called Mary C. O'Brien, and we have a high school called Villa Oasis.
Wow. What would you say has been the most rewarding part of being in office?
I don't know if I can quantify just one. I would say one of our biggest successes has been bringing broadband out to every district in the county so that we can have some connectivity. Right now we're working on getting a grant to build towers around the county so that we have a dedicated network for students and staff. And we're also working on getting cradles for the buses in the county so that they can be mobile hotspots. So those of our students who are on 45-minute or 1 hour each way drives on the bus can stay connected, get their homework maybe not done, but worked on. But as I'm talking, I'm thinking about maybe my most memorable moment, and would have to be when I had Justice Sandra Day O'Connor come to the county and meet with some of our students and meet with our superintendents, and she spoke to us about her iCivics program, and that was just such an honor to meet her, and that she made time in her busy schedule to come to Pinal County. We met in the old courthouse that was built in the 1800s, and it was just such an honor. It was a real joy to meet her in person.
What has this role demanded of you, both as a person and specifically as an elected official with power and influence?
I think I have become a better listener. I think that's my role, is listening to the public and listening to the students and those I work with and the superintendents, and listening to what the needs are and trying to find out how I can help solve those. I kind of take it as my responsibility to ask, what do you need and how can we help? And I really honestly mean that. I think that's our role in this office. Another challenge has been just continual growth. I already believe that if you're not growing or you're not learning, you're not growing. So teachers have to do lots of professional development to keep their certificates up to date. But I went back to school to get my master's in educational leadership because I came straight from the classroom, so I had a lot to learn. The learning curve was pretty steep, and in order to earn respect from my colleagues who had had so many more years of experience than I did, I wanted to let them know and show them that I'm earnest, and I am totally dedicated to broadening my knowledge base and understanding the issues that the schools face, and so that I can help try to solve those problems.
And in reference to these problems, if you could snap your fingers and solve one, what would it be?
So I was remembering actually what I said last time on the interview, and I was really trying to think of another one. And really the last time I said that it was parental involvement. And really the only way I could change it is saying community involvement and support, because I've watched the support for public education really dwindle. We're having a very difficult time filling vacancies for teachers, for bus drivers, for mental health specialists, counselors, and social workers. No one wants to work in education anymore, and it is a huge challenge to work in education, but I hope that people can see that it's worth it, because if we aren't going to invest ourselves in the future of our country by helping to shape and lead our students, I don't know where we're going to be. We're not going to be in a better place than we are now, and that's our hope for the future. Is we have well-rounded students who care about the community and want to help make a change.
Definitely. And pivoting a little from your responsibilities and the challenges you've faced, also comes voting. The community has the right to vote and exercises the right to vote in these local elections. So why is the right to vote so important?
So I think I kind of already touched on it, didn't I, when I said that the community really needs to do their part in supporting not just schools, but supporting each other. And if nobody gets out there to vote, or if only the squeaky wheel, if you will, gets out there to vote, it's not representing all of us. So you need to make sure that your voice is heard by doing your part in getting out there, and maybe just vote, but why not get involved in a local campaign or election, support a candidate, talk to others around you about your thoughts and your beliefs and your findings on different candidates and issues, and be respectful, but listen. That was one of the things that I learned when I came into this job, is you need to listen to each other and make your own decisions and choices. And that's the only way we're really going to see any change or improvement.
Definitely, that's such a powerful statement. And when people think of voting, a lot of times they just think, oh, for president or for my senator or for my representative. But a lot of the focus has to be on local elections. They're just as important. So why do you think voting in local elections is just as important as the federal and state races?
Local elections are, in my opinion, as much, if not a little more important, because Arizona is a red state, purple maybe sometimes, and the Republicans really believe in local control. So if you believe in local control and having a say in what happens close to home for you, then you need to talk to your local representatives, whether that's your board of supervisors or your county sheriff or your county attorney, assessor, clerk of the court, county superintendent, and we have access. I get phone calls, emails, and letters from people, and I follow up with them every time. So I want to know what the issues are, and I want to hear what you have to say, but I'm also going to challenge you and encourage you to do your part as well. And that could potentially be run for a local school board where you can make a difference. But locally, we have I think a great ability to make a huge impact in the local area, and your local representatives, they're here, they're out. Even our federal representatives are here and out and meeting with people in the district. So those people off in Washington, D.C. that are making the laws and passing a budget, they're here in Pinal County several times a month meeting with people, and you can really make your voice be heard. So I think that it's important to get out there and talk to them and let them hear your voice.
Definitely. In terms of the right to vote, what is one final message you would like for the community to hear?
Well, we live in a democracy, and I think that it's a huge honor to be a part and to be raised in the United States of America, and to be able to have the right to vote and let our voices be heard and have open discussion about different policies and practices. You're not going to get thrown in jail for saying something negative here in the United States. So we have a great responsibility and privilege to develop our theories and discuss them, and that's a right so many countries and communities around the world don't have, and we have it right here, and so many of us are not taking part in it. I just want to encourage everybody to get out there and support your local school districts. They need it more, I think, now than ever, and in light of what's recently happened in Texas, the mental health challenge here for our students is important, and not just our students, but others in the community. We need to talk to each other, be kind to each other, and listen, and be there for each other.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, thank you so much for meeting with us today. It was great to speak with you, and we look forward to speaking with you again.
Great, thanks.